Hi there. You know, it's no accident we find ourselves in the place that we are in our day and age. It's no accident that this is taking place the way that it is. We know that God is sovereign and that He is unfolding His plan in the world. And so the things that are taking place are not by accident. When I say that, I want us all to be reminded of God's sovereignty. He remains faithful to be sovereign and to be all-knowing, to be all-powerful. The scriptures say that God is in heaven and He does whatever He pleases. It's important for us to understand and to remember there is a certain mystery to God, and He doesn't have to answer our questions and give us a complete or give us an answer to our questions to our satisfaction. He only says that He has given us enough revelation of Himself so that we can trust Him, we can trust in His goodness, even in the situation and the circumstances that we find ourselves in now. So God is faithful to be who He is. In the book of 1 Corinthians in chapter 4, the Apostle Paul says that he is a steward of Christ, that he has been entrusted with the mysteries of God, referring to the gospel and the Christian faith, the teachings of the Christian faith. Moreover, he says in verse 2 of chapter 4, 1 Corinthians, that as somebody who's been entrusted as a steward, that it's important that a steward be found trustworthy or faithful. So that is what we are. We have been entrusted with the gospel as the Church of Jesus Christ. And in doing so, we are to be faithful in the teachings of the Christian faith. We are to be faithful with the gospel. And as stewards of Jesus Christ, we are faithful to Jesus. He's the one who will ultimately judge our actions and what we do. So I want to remind us here, in the midst of where we find ourselves, that we are to walk in the standard that God has given to us, and that is to be faithful to the one who has called us, to live, to walk, to conduct ourselves in a manner that is in keeping with the newness of life that Jesus Christ has given us. That is a life of joy. That is a life of peace. It's also a life that includes suffering. So stay faithful. We are, as a church, praying faithfully each day. I know that each of us have our own prayer times and such, or maybe times when we're praying with other people. But here's one I want us to continue on with, and that is at 12:01 each day, I'm asking the Grace Bible family to pray together, to pray for God's mercy on mankind, to pray for our government leaders to have wisdom in the decisions that they're making, to pray for protection for our healthcare workers who are working on the front lines to continue to serve and to minister and to help people who are sick with the COVID-19 virus. And let's pray for those people faithfully. Let's remain faithful. We are going to continue to meet like this online until the guidelines change for us. We're all anxious to get together and to be together in person, but for the time being, we need to continue to hold the line as we've been doing. You've been doing a good job of it. Continue to do that, and we will be able to get together in a not so distant future. I think it's also important for us to remember that no matter where we are, no matter what our circumstances, we want to remain faithful. So remain faithful, brothers and sisters.